I'd like to next introduce Christopher Parker, the Senior Product Manager Europe at Sharp Visual Solutions. And Christopher has been highly experienced in the pan-European product marketing in the visual displays industry, with more than 20 years successfully delivering technically complex business solutions, of course, in our culturally diverse atmosphere over here and highly competitive environments. He's based in Germany, and he's taken over the European product management for Sharp's innovative collaborative solutions. Christopher. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Oh, no need that. I need the clicker. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Hello, everybody. Great to be here. So, indeed, product manager with Sharp. Maybe you know Sharp Electronics. Maybe you got Sharp Television. Maybe Sharp Microwave. They're also very strong in the office business with MFP printers, and in the B2B area, we also have large format screens and also the interactive area. So we've been very strong in the office area, and for quite a few years now, I've been doing the interactive side of things, which is certainly very, very exciting. The main thing about the interactivity is, and what draws me into the work is also the fact that it's people-oriented. It's about how people interact, work with each other, the dynamics. I've got some numbers here where maybe we can relate to in terms of how much time, how much investment, how much resource do we devote to meetings. So 17 hours per month, maybe. I suspect many of you here will be doing more than that. Maybe that's costing 3,000 euros or pounds per year. Again, depends on your salary. Could be higher, I can imagine. All depends on the mix of people. And today I also feel a little bit privileged. I'm in a room seating 50, 100 people. You've all made a huge effort to come out to Amsterdam from wherever you are. This is a huge cost to you. And I've got your attention. I'm speaking to you. I've got 10 minutes. I really want to make it worthwhile. So meeting together, getting people together, absolutely essential for business. And the idea of collaboration, we heard it from Google, it's really important. So how do we make it more effective? How do we get that value out of that investment? As product manager, I'm always looking at the market data, working out, does it make sense? What's the return on investment? Is it worthwhile investing in development, engineering, bringing products to market? So if we look at global numbers here, you can see addressable markets. You can see there's a whole variety of different types of meeting spaces available. You've got large meeting rooms, huddle spaces, training rooms, office, open plan, where you just have huddle spaces. You can look at see the numbers, addressable market, so in the millions globally. Those sort of quantity numbers are interesting. It's always, the value behind it, which is even more fascinating. So, typical budgets per room. This is where I get the business nose sniffing and working out, where do we want to make money. So, if it's a large meeting room, you're looking at budgets of, let's say, $50,000, and in easy huddle office layouts, maybe it's just a table and some chairs, maybe $1,000 or $2,000. So, big addressable market, a whole variety of different costs involved. But in its totality, the business world is investing huge amounts of money in meetings, and we want to make them effective. Again, just looking at broadly, and as a product manager, again, this is why I'm drawn, to the profession of product management. You get the chance to cast the net very widely. So here, looking at the factors affecting meetings, there's management. Who's in charge? Is he doing a good job? Bob, doing a great job, managing, getting everyone here on time, chairing, decision making. So a lot of things which key individuals are important with. How was the preparation, administration? Was there a good agenda? Have people done their homework? Are they coming ready to go? The people themselves, are they competent? Have they been trained up? Do they know what they're talking about? Are they incompetent? Let's hope not. And then maybe we're getting to factors here, which is probably more interesting to you. It's about the facilities management. This is the Smart Buildings Conference. How can we make the environment more conducive to good meetings? So layout, furniture, refreshments, technology, lots of things working together where we have solutions. And here, the final one, which is why I'm here today, from Sharp, this is where getting to the point slowly. Environmental conditions. So here, temperature, air quality, lighting. So I know that within this meeting room here, we're pretty comfortable. You know, I'm wearing a jacket, some people without the jacket, but the temperature feels okay. Lighting's attractive, it's not glaring, it's not too dark and giving me eye strain. The whole environment situation here is looking good, but it's under control. It needs to be under control because in the end it does affect what's going on where people come together. So, you know, within the few minutes I have with you, you know, I, let's say, focus really on just maybe one example of a factor where we see the ability to measure and to take some action. And, you know, this is thermal comfort. In researching this, you know, I didn't know that there's an actual standard, ISO 7730. Look it up. It's all about thermal comfort of human beings, you know, how we function, what makes us more effective in our performance. But, you know, you can see there's lots of things going on just by being here in a room. You know, maybe you're in the sun, maybe it's high humidity, maybe your metabolism is special, you know, you're extra special, you're a runner, you're always dynamic, you're always busy, but, you know, you're generating heat all the time, so T-shirt's best for you. Maybe you've got a slow metabolism and, you know, you're always feeling a little bit cold. So clothing is important. How do you deal with your body? Airflow, air velocity, you know, these are all areas in which they impact how you perceive and feel an impact on temperature. And the point of this is a lot of things coming together, playing together, and in the end generating this emotion in you. Am I comfortable? Can I focus on the work? Or am I more concerned about getting closer to the window, getting closer to the air conditioning, getting away from the air conditioning, where's the ventilator? You know, there's a lot of things going on which can then affect your judgment, affect your focus and concentration. So the example here, thermal comfort is important. And here just a few numbers. So we've been working at Sharp with a guy, Dr. Nigel Osland. I can give you details afterwards, you know. And he's done the investigations. He's put together and aggregated a lot of studies. And this is the curve which he came up with. In talking with him, I would have done it the other way around. Rather than a dip, it should be because actually peak performance and, you know, when we are most comfortable, most focused, most effective as people is when we're in a working temperature of, let's say, 21, 22, 23 degrees. But when we start moving away from those temperature bounds, our performance drops. Maybe it is discomfort, maybe it's lack of concentration. And, you know, what we see is on the turning towards the right, as it gets warmer, you know, there's on average, an aggregated 2% drop in performance for each degree that we're getting hotter. Curiously, it's not symmetrical. When it's getting colder, typically performance drop-off is faster. So therefore, every degree, you're losing almost 5% of performance. So I'm sure, I know for myself, I hate a cold room. I don't like hot rooms, but it's the cold which really gets to me. And, you know, the graphs prove it. Your performance drops off. So getting the temperature right is important. There's one little trick here. If you are the manager and you're needing a quick spike of performance, and that is a short-term drop of temperature can really invigorate people and get them moving. And maybe that's just as simple as opening up a window and dropping the temperature for 2 or 3 degrees for a few minutes. It does actually give you a quick boost. So temperature is important. It's worthwhile measuring in it. And, you know, this is why we're coming maybe to not the hard sell, but, you know, the point of coming to ISE, finding business opportunities, coming with solutions. So this is our Windows collaboration display. We are in the meeting room environment already. What can we do to help with environmental conditional monitoring? So we have interactive screens. We're certainly one of the leaders in the corporate world when it comes to interactivity. We call it Big Pad, or the Windows collaboration display. And we fitted it out now with a whole set of IoT sensor data sitting in a little hub on the top right-hand side. So no additional infrastructure spend. You don't have to worry about the internet or power for these sensor hubs. It's already there anyway with your display, the interactive display. So we're measuring occupancy, light, temperature, air quality. That data is, say, handled, smoothed out, corrected within the Android PC in the Windows collaboration display, and then sent up to the cloud. So we're securing it in the cloud. This is a good partnership which we put together with Microsoft. So we're using their Azure services. With that Azure, that data is made available, and then it comes back. So it's all very well to measure the data, push it up into the cloud, but what you're going to do with it. So this is where we come with our app, and it gives you all the data, all the intelligence, and enables you to start making decisions and making sure those meeting room spaces are comfortable, that the booking makes sense, and that they're also ready to go. So we certainly understand there are a lot of factors to go into a successful meeting. We're focusing on just making sure at least environmental conditions are good. So that was just a very short introduction into our understanding of the productive, the effective meeting room with good outcomes. We do have a more in-depth report. Some of the stuff I've been saying can be read in more detail, but this is a great opportunity for us, and within the Smart Buildings Conference, this must be up your street to work out how can we easily, effectively get that data, intelligent data from meeting rooms, and improve the situation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you. Good job. Thank you.